I don't think Bitcoin's going anywhere personally, and I'll give you some reasons for that.
I think a lot of people feel every generation, they feel that, oh, well, I missed the boat on this or I missed the boat on that. But I think the lesson here is that there's going to be new stuff. You know, even if you missed the boat on crypto, you could have maybe been on the NFT boat, and we don't know what's happening next, the metaverse, this, that, AI. You know, there's so many things that are going to kind of take over that are really at their infancy right now. So I personally think that even if you missed, like, I still think that crypto has a lot of gains. So I still think that at this point, you're still at the early phase of it, even though people have a sense, I find, you know, when I talk to different people about crypto, it cracks me up because they feel like they need to buy one Bitcoin. You know what I mean? Because they feel like that number represents something. It doesn't. You can buy half, you can buy a quarter, you can buy 1/10, you can buy whatever. It's still, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Just get in, and, you know, whatever you have is what you have. But it's just funny that every time I talk to, especially people who kind of don't understand, they're like, but I want to buy one. I'm like, why? Why do you need to have one? You know? Anyway, that's just the side thing, but it is, you know, the .com and crypto. I think between the .com and crypto, those are the two biggest things that have happened in the last 20 years, with crypto still being at its infancy. But back in the 80s, you know, and before that, it was real estate. You know, real estate was a huge transfer of wealth. Like my parents, when they kind of immigrated to Canada, it was, you know, you buy real estate, and they were buying houses for like 30 grand. And now they're like $2 million. You're like, what? You know, so, and then it was the .com, and now it's the crypto and so forth. So I do like the fact that you mentioned, you know, wealth transfer, but I think there's going to be more opportunities for wealth transfer. It's people have to take chances. You know, you have to take a chance, and don't spend your life savings on it, but get started, you know? So, so what took you from kind of, you know, that YouTube video and you listening to, you know, starting to kind of research to now, you know, having your insight group, your program, and obviously tell us a little bit more about the program.
Yeah. So when I first started learning about cryptocurrency in 2017, I told my friends, John and Yoni, about it. And I mean, I told everybody about it, but they were two of the ones that really took a listening to it and really dove into it with me. And we just continued to feed information back and forth to one another. And during that, I remember saying to Yoni, I was like, I would love to coach people on this one day. I would love to have a community of people that does this together, that we lead, as opposed to just, you know, just us and everything. Like, what if we got paid to research crypto? How cool would that be? Because we're so passionate about it, and we do that in our spare time anyways. That just sounds like an amazing life. Yeah. And then the crash happened of 2018 rather. And then I lost everything that I put in naturally. And then it was a humbling experience. I was like, wow, I really need to learn a lot more. Right when you think you know a lot because you're making a lot of money, you know, I mean, a high multiple. I didn't have a lot in because I just got out of college. But that was like a moment where it's like, man, there's so much to learn still. So then I continued to educate myself. And over the next, you know, 4 or 5 years, me and John and Yoni just continued educating ourselves on all of this. And then, you know, I kind of focused on the entrepreneur thing and learned the entrepreneur thing, had 4 different businesses, jumping from one to the next because I realized it wasn't my passion. And then when the big jump happened in 2021, when it all started coming back, I had this experience of coaching and learning how to run an online coaching business through Tanner and Benson, his brother. And I knew right away, I was like, this is what needs to happen. I need to start this coaching business. So I sent a text to both of my friends, John and Yoni, in a group chat. And then we just launched it. We started off building a community. And then next thing you knew, we had our high ticket offer where we're coaching people just to transfer the knowledge from our brains into theirs. Because when you have all of the knowledge about this stuff, it's almost selfish to keep it in. And you're not really doing the world a favor by catching everybody up to where their potential could be as far as life-changing money that could come from this.
Yeah.
And we also knew that if we built a community of like-minded individuals that are all striving towards a common goal, we don't even just have like our own three brains working towards this. We actually build a collective consciousness of individuals. And the really cool thing about crypto is the more people that you have working towards that common goal, the better, because there's no competition when it comes to a crypto community. It's like, if you win, then I win. It's, if you get into a coin and I get into a coin, that only helps both of us. There's really no competition that comes from things. So then our goal was just to get as many people up to speed with the last 5 years of research that we've done and studying that we've done very quickly, so that we can start to build this collective consciousness of highly informed individuals that can keep up with this space. Because you can't keep up with the space with just one person or two people or three people. There's just so much going on.
Even a community. I mean, the thing is, you need a lot of people. There's just too much news and too many things and too much going on at the same time in order to really keep up to date. But even then, you can't be everywhere all the time. So my, kind of building on your point is that you will miss some opportunities, you'll gain some opportunities. And if you're in the right community, and my experience is that everybody's going to benefit from the information. You share information, and people kind of like, you warn people, or you give people tips and stuff like that. So it's interesting. How many people do you have in your program right now?
So in the community in Discord, we have about 500 individuals. Wow. But we don't actually push our community. That's not like this is a marketing podcast, so I can talk about this. We don't do bottom up marketing. We do top down marketing. We don't look to bring people in and then sell them a low ticket offer and then our mid ticket and then our high ticket. Yeah. We go straight to our high ticket. Okay. And we had to switch that because we're pushing our community first and then building people up to the high ticket offer. But then we noticed that we had we were just diluting the group by adding more people into it. And we were shifting from having high quality to higher quantity. And that's not the goal, because we have people paying to be in this community. So why just dilute it with a lot of people that might not know everything about crypto that the rest of the group knows? So we switched our marketing to push our high ticket offer first, so that people drip in with high levels of knowledge. So today we have 78 people in that high ticket offer and 500 in the whole community.
Okay. Well, I mean, the thing is, with crypto, everybody has a different level as well, right? So you don't want somebody who's been doing this for 5 years with somebody who's been doing this for 3 months. Not that, everybody can learn, but at the same time, we have limited hours per day. So I get what you're saying is, if you're interested and you're in the like-minded space, it's going to be a better opportunity for growth. So, I mean, I'm going to get into some interesting questions now. Since you're a crypto guy, I'm just going to ask you, I'm going to just rapid fire, so we can hear. And obviously everybody who's listening, this is just obviously our opinions, and we're just, you take this with a grain of salt or whatever you want to do. But I'm curious to know your thoughts on, let's make some predictions, Ryan. We're going to have fun. We're going to make some predictions. So where do you think the value of Bitcoin is going? Let's say 2025, how much is one Bitcoin going to be worth?
2025. Yeah, that's out there. That's 3 years from now.
This is unscripted, right, Ryan? So I never asked you this question. I'm just curious. See, that's why you're taking so much time to think about it. So let's go.
Yeah. So if you pay attention to Elliott wave theory, which is a way for us to make sense of patterns that happen with market psychology, you'll notice that currently with Bitcoin, we are in the fourth wave of what that would be, of what we believe we're in the fourth wave, which is a downtrend. That's where we're at right now. Now, we're expecting that once we reach the bottom of this downtrend, which we're thinking, could be here pretty soon, could reach down to 23 or something like that. Then we go up and we hit record highs in the six figures. And that's the fifth wave taking place, which would, of course, extend way past the third wave, which we reached, around 60,000 or something like that. Then we reached that fifth wave. But the interesting thing with Elliott wave theory is that after you reach that fifth wave, now you have a really big correction that happens, which is the ABC wave that happens. So we'll see it go down and then pop back up and then back down. So it all depends. And then the whole thing starts back up again, where we have the first wave, second wave, third wave, fourth wave, fifth wave, all the way back up to 5 again. And then we could reach even higher numbers. So the interesting thing is, based on the timing of how quickly this fifth wave happens, and then how quickly the 3-wave pattern happens of that downtrend, I would assume that in 2025, we would have already gone through both of those cycles, and we could end up we could be well into 300,000.
Hope you found today's session valuable. If you have any questions for me or just want to connect, please feel free to visit my website, mariasparagis.com. That's mariasparagis.com. I'd love to hear what you're working on, so drop me a line on any hot button issues your business is experiencing. And remember, don't worry about failure. You only have to be right once.